Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. Today we're going to work on some swags you can put outside. I like to put mine on my garage door on either side with the lights. But I'm going to show you how you can take some Dollar Tree Christmas trees and make your own base for your swag. This is very simple. This is such an easy DIY that anybody can do it. So let's get started. Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. I wanted to do a quick video. Hopefully this will be quick. This is an easy video. This is the kind of craft that you do not need to make a bow. You just need to know how to use some zip ties, some hot glue, and maybe some pipe cleaners and wire, and you can make a swag, okay? We're gonna do this very simply. The first version we're gonna do is the Dollar Tree version. And so what I did is I've already started the process here, but if you haven't guessed what this is yet, these are the Dollar Tree white Christmas trees. And so what I did is I've already taken, let's see, I think 3 or 4 of these. Don't need the little stands. We're not going to use them. Yep, that's 3 of them. Okay, and I've laid them on top. So all you're going to do is you're going to get rid of the stand part because we're not going to need it. And you're just going to fan out the little stems here. You can also use the green ones if the green is what you want to use. I thought, oh, let's just use the white this time and see what we come up with. I think these would be really cute. And the snowflakes, I know my friend Amber from the Southern Girl Can, she has a video about how to do a snowflake, I believe, out of these Dollar Tree Christmas trees, and I will try to find that and link that below for you. So you're just going to do this. It doesn't take much time, okay? So what I did, let's go back here. So we've got one. We're going to layer one on top of it. I'm going to get a zip tie. Just a clear zip tie. I love these particular zip ties. I get them on Amazon, but I do know that Dollar Tree sells them as well. And if you want to order any of the Dollar Tree products, I do have a Dollar Tree link. It's in the description below. So we've got one zip tie. Let's see if that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's not going to go anywhere. So that forms the lower part. Okay, so now let's take another one and we're going to come up a little bit higher. Take another zip tie. Now I'm going to go through and connect that one to the middle one. All right, easy. All right, so now let's take the 4th one. And you really, depending on how long you want this, you can make it as long as you want. I think 4 of them will be just fine for what I want to show you today. But if you want to put these inside, or I like to hang mine outside where the, on each side of my my garage and where my lights are, I like to hang mine. So I have some green ones that I'm going to give up like a little spruce up this year. I forgot to hang them out last year. So it just kind of got away from me, but I don't want to forget this year. That's my problem. Sometimes you decorate for the outside because sometimes I don't go and do much for the outside. I'm always worried about the inside of my house. So you're just going to go, and now you've made the shape of a swag, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to take my wire cutters and see if this will let me cut. Yeah. Easy. That's a piece of cake. Okay. So that did let me cut them. Let me get a piece of my scissors here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of felt, and I'm going to wrap this top part with a piece of felt. So I'm just going to take a small piece of felt and I'm just going to wrap it around because I don't want any of the sharp edges to, you know, if you have something like you want to hang this from a door or whatever, that way you're not going to do any damage, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to put some glue there and I'm just going to wrap it around. And you may want to just cover these as well. Since we're doing this top one, I would just take a little bit of felt and I would just wrap it around it. All right. Just helps protect your door and everything. All right. There's a little bit of extra glue there, but that's okay. So I'm going to put felt on that and that as well. But let's go ahead and get started on the rest of it. Okay, so the first thing I want to add, I got these from Dollar Tree, is their little decorative bow. We're going to do this. Now, why am I using this bow instead of making a bow? Well, because I live in Michigan and we have snow, wind, and rain. And I'm telling you, I've done the bows, and I'll show you in a minute here, the bows from my old ones. Oh my goodness, did not even hardly last a day. So I just made sure that I was going to do something different this time. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and it has a little, like little bread tie thing here. And I'm just going to wrap it around. I don't even need to add any wire. So I wrap that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down just a little bit, just to make sure that our bow doesn't flap. Okay. So we're going to do that. All right. So there we go. We got our swag. Now all you're going to do is you're going to decide what ornaments, what are you going to use to decorate it with. All right, so I have some of these ornaments. I don't really remember where I got these, but I thought this would be pretty with the white and the red. Kind of have a candy cane theme. And then I did have this. This is from the Dollar Tree as well. Just out of one of their all of their greenery and their flowers and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of tear it apart. And you're just going to cut the pieces. And then you're just going to stick it up wherever you want to stick it to add a little bit of a flair to your swag. So this one branch will give us 5 pieces. I think that's plenty. If you have other things, actually the 6, we're just going to add it, and we're just going to kind of add a little bit. So just put a little bit of glue. And again, there is no wrong way to do this. I just kind of stick it underneath. And if you want, like here, I could take this piece and kind of cut it just to give a little bit more. And I'm just going to put it through here. My whole point is you don't have to spend a lot of money to have something pretty for your decorations. This would make a nice gift for somebody that you love, and it's just simple and easy and just not that hard to do. Put one there. You know, if you have a cute little sign or something, you could do that. I'm gonna cut some more off this. I like to separate it because I feel like you just get a little bit more, just more for your buck, I guess. It goes a longer way, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm going to cut this one in half too. Okay, some more. Now, if you want, in a minute, I think I'm going to kind of glue down the tails to that. But also, I'm just going to take my ornaments, and I'm just going to add some here and there. And you can do this one of 2 different ways. You could take a pipe cleaner, go through, because this is white, I would use white. And you could just go through and then attach it to your frame here that you've made. Or you could just simply glue it. Now, I'm up here in Michigan. I use the Gorilla Glue Sticks. It's great for cold and heat. So either way, it's going to be good. So there's one. And then I'm just going to add some ornaments all the way through here. And then we're going to put something up here so we can attach it to our, hang it from wherever you want to hang it, and then you'll have a nice little swag. Okay, so I did I'm going to raise this bow up because I want to cover as much of that white felt tip as we can. So I'm just going to put a little bit more glue, and I'm just going to kind of grab it, and I'm going to press it down. All right. So how are we going to hang this? So you could do this a couple ways. You could take some pipe cleaners and you could run it in between the point here. And if the pipe cleaner is good for you, you could do that. I'm going to use a pipe cleaner. You could also take a bigger zip tie. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist this really good. I just went through the 2 bars that were at the top. Here, I'll show you here in a minute. And then I'm going to slide it around so that the loop is showing and not where we tied it. Do you see that? I guess I'm a little upside down here. But that's what we're going to use for our loop. So I just went in between the 2 bars and just making sure your bow is covering that top part of where we attached everything. I think this is really super cute. I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the backs of these so that it'll just stay put when it's outside. Or, you know, this would be a nice inside hanger for a door as well. This would probably fit in between the screen door. But I think it's really cute. I'm going to just like trim the bottom here. I feel like he's just a little too long. But I think that's a cute little swag for Dollar Tree. So if you want to just use Dollar Tree items, that is the first swag we did. All Dollar Tree ornaments and everything. I think these were a few years old maybe. If not, I got them like at a Dollar General or even Walmart. I'm not sure, but I think they came from Dollar Tree. So let's work on the next one. Okay, so I told you I'd show you my hot mess bow. When I made it, it was really pretty, but it did not last a day. So I decided that when I redid these, I would take off my bow and I would put on these bows that you can find at Dollar Tree. I have some from Dollar Tree. I think I have some from old Joann's, but I have these bows. And honestly, I think that's going to look just as pretty. And I think this will do much better in the weather. So you just can't go wrong. So I'm going to clamp up my personal swags for my house. But I want to show you how to do it from step 1. And these are going to be for my parents. So my dad saw my swags a few years ago. He's like, oh, I would really like to have those for our house. So here I am a few years later, finally getting to it. So anyways, these are swags I had purchased from Joann Fabrics last year. This is a 24-inch swag. It's already assembled. I got it on sale. There's even a little loop here that they can run their zip tie through to hang it on their garage like I did. So what I want to do is I just, you know, they're really nice. I'm just going to like fluff them. So you can see the quality is different from Dollar Tree, but I wanted to give you both options. We are not going to do a whole lot. Again, do you know how to use wire cutters, a glue gun, and I don't know, tie a wire? So this you can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these. I thought this was really pretty when I bought it. I'm just going to cut off some branches here. Again, I bought all this stuff last year, but any kind of greenery that you can get, and you like it, you can incorporate it into your swag. And so we're just going to kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz here and kind of, you know, I don't know, decorate it up, like fancy it up. So in a way, but I'm just going to cut some pieces off. Oops, that was loud. So we're going to start, got like these little berries coming from these. I'm just going to start and I'm going to just glue them in to our swag here. And I'm just going to stick it up. Oops. Don't touch the glue like I just did. I just touched that glue. Really, don't always do exactly what I do, okay? Anyways. I should have got my little glue pot out. I had this little glue pot and I could just dip these in and I didn't have that ready. So again, that's my fault. So I'm just gonna like, some of these are like sticking together pretty good. Let's see here. All right. It's kind of funny. There's glue already on it. So you're just gonna just stick it wherever you want it. So that'll be the first. I just want to kind of add some, We just want to add to the base of the wreath. And I just really like this. And I love my glue gun because it's cordless and I can just put it over there and it'll be just fine. I think I got more glue on me. There you go, Jewel. I like to talk to myself. Do you guys talk to yourself when you're crafting? I totally talk to myself. But you guys know this because I do it when I'm filming a video too. So anyways, I've got glue all over my fingernails. So be better than I am right now. So I'm going to cut a few more of these off and I'm just going to put them throughout this swag. Okay, so I really like how it just made it fuller, gave it a little bit more dimension. What I do have are these, I have 3 of these little picks that I got, oh, I can't even remember. I think from, I can't remember, guys. I think from Joann's. So what I'm going to do is you could do one of 2 things. You could tie this down and that might be a good idea, but I'm just going to add some glue and I'm going to stick them up there. So I'm going to do one there. I think I'm going to do one here and then one at the bottom. And then this is just going to help, again, build up that swag and just make it even fuller. So I'm just going to put these in here and then we're going to put the bow on and put some ornaments and we'll be done. Okay, so I've got those in. We're going to take our Dollar Tree bow. Remember, you don't have to make a bow with this. And I am just going to wrap it around the top here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Actually, I'm going to go through that, you know that little loop that's in here? Go through one end of that loop. And then that way you know it's not going to slide off. Okay. And then if you want, you can just glue some, I know you can't really see that, but you can kind of glue some of this down so that it just doesn't flap in the wind. So if at this point you want to add your ornaments, you can do that. I have some of these little ornaments and I'm just going to kind of glue them like right in between here. Just kind of fun in some spots. Whatever you want to do. And of course you can use wire or whatever you want to do, but I'm going to just kind of glue these in. I think that's good. So I kind of got my placements for them and I'm going to glue them in and I'll be right back. All right, so whether or not you want to spend some money on a swag from like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's, or you want to make one from Dollar Tree, it's totally doable. This is not a hard project. This is so beginner friendly. Make one, experiment with the different colors that you can use, and enjoy it. It doesn't have to be hard. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you've made it this far in the video, please leave me a Christmas tree in the description box or in your comments below, not the description box. All my links for my supplies and everything are in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this video. Join me on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.